Show, Peter G. Show, Peter G. Show, Peter G. Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G. Show.
Hello, 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 hello. Sunday night, April 28th. Believe it or not, and I don't want to get into deep detail of all this, but most of you, some of you don't know, most of you know, I'm Greek. Greek to the bone. Born Greek, parents through and through. It's Greek Easter today. The calendars are all different. Sometimes it falls right with the American Easter. Sometimes it doesn't. Coincides with the Jewish calendar when Passover. It's complicated. That's a whole different show. But today is Greek Easter. So for those of you who are Orthodox, happy Easter, okay? Again, it's not about when you want to believe. It's the fact that if you believe, whatever, again, I say it can't hurt, and that's that. But it's all good. But first things first, after that, happy Easter. For those of you who are observing right now, I am going to go through a couple of things, and then I want to, this is the problem with having an hour show and not having it really super laid out. I'm all over the map, okay? Someday, there's going to be some organization to this whole deal, but right now, it kind of just is what it is. I love you guys for the diehard fans, and let me start with the thank you, because every week is so important to me. I mean, I know, and you talk to me all week long about, Peter, we're watching this and that, or it's just recently, minutes ago, somebody says, I'll be listening. You know what I mean? Didn't say I'll be participating, but they said I'll be listening. And there's so many people that say, Peter, I love your show, and this is small time. I mean, this is why I'm asking. If you think there's something here, once again, the watch party. I'll say it several times during this 1 hour or plus, whichever I decide to do, but if you're in and you're watching me and you give a shit about anything we're doing, do me the favor. There's a share button on your Facebook. Hit the share button, and then it says, hey, do you want to start a watch party? And then if you hit that start a watch party, it's going to say, so-and-so is watching Life with Peter G., And again, you're spreading the word, because I'm doing this in the most. Maybe I'm pushing the ball uphill. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it, okay. And maybe it's taking me longer than some, because I don't have some things that others have. But I don't care, because my passion. And that's it's funny, as I sat down and they started putting my in-ears in and getting me ready. I truly love this. I look forward to this. I look forward to doing this because I enjoy the whole entertainment aspect, and I enjoy the people aspect. So I'm going to be here. And if you don't want to talk, if you don't want to call in when I finally say, hey, call in, then I'm going to play elevator music. I don't know, whatever. It's it is what it is. But there's things to talk about. There's a lot of things to talk about. I get criticized on my father's passing, and I'm going to talk real quick on Easter. I real quickly, I transferred my parents' phone number to a cell phone, and because I needed to know who's calling. And lo and behold, there's a few people that are old, that are my father's friends, and a couple of them called to wish my father a happy Easter, and it hurt, because I knew I had to call these people back, and I haven't had time yet to look whoever is calling and to tell them that he passed away. And I got to that a little bit today. One person, and it's like, I don't care if it's 20 years from now, you'll still hurt, but because Easter's a very big deal to the Orthodox community, or Greek, Russian, whatever. That was my father's biggest holiday. And Tuesday was St. George, and your name day is actually more important than your birthday in that religion. It's such a friggin' old religion, and they don't change. They're not conforming to make it better for the youth. It is what it is, and you do what you do, and you believe what you believe. I'm not, some holy roller, but I do believe, and I'm thankful for it, whatever. But it's hard, and I'm having to answer to a lot of people that I don't know what my father's daily basis was, and there's a few, most know, but I'm having to call people and say, I lost my dad, and And it's tough. It just doesn't get any easier. You just learn how to deal with it. Again, my mother being gone, October will be 3 years. That's what love is. I do this. I'm shamed. I have no shame in talking about it. Again, the past few weeks when I talked about it, there was a small percentage that said, I don't think you should talk about stuff like that. It's like, you know what? Then go listen somewhere else, because we all have to deal with this, and everybody deals with it in different ways. But I'm proud of the fact that I had parents that did the best they could for me, and they really did, and I defied them in so many ways. But I'm proud. I know they love me, and just like as I love my daughter. The reason I started this show is because of how I changed as a human, because I had to change everything in my life to be around for my daughter through divorce. I don't want to get deep. Again, I can go nuts with all this, but anyway, thank you for those who believe. I cannot see all your texts, but I'll look at them later. But if you like what you're seeing, I'm asking you, for me, for you, for people you don't even know you may be helping, to hit the share button on whatever page you're watching. It may say there's 10 people on there, but if you hit the share button, it's going to go to all your friends and say that you're watching this show, and you may help somebody else. And we're doing this. It's a slow uphill climb, but I know you're there, and it comes out afterwards. Happy Easter. Thank you. And I can't, I have 6 screens in front of me, and they're all, because we have 6 different feeds that we go to, and that's the thing. And if you hit the share button and you do a share watch party, it goes to all your friends. I can't even see them, but they're there, and it's coming back. And the bigger we get, the better I'm going to get, and I'm going to bring you better stuff, because my ideas are bigger than my budget. That's the problem. But I love you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to hit right now. I need to do a share before I even move any further. I need to do this. But, oh, wait. Pepsi's on the phone. Let's see what Pepsi's got to say. Hey, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Oh, you don't even want to know.
Pepsi! Ladies and gentlemen, the infamous Pepsi. I'm sure you've seen him on shows in the past. He has not been in town in a while, but I stopped everything I'm doing right now to bring forth the almighty Pepsi.
Oh, no.
Oh, Pepsi.
No.
The people love you.
First of all, Mr. Peter G., sir.
Yes.
I am so very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Of course, I know what that's like. So
yes, you do.
Everybody grieves through their own process. So you do what you have to do, my good man.
You sound like you're talking through a tunnel. Get closer to the phone, please. There's millions of people that don't want to miss a word you say.
I'm sure there's millions of people that want to miss every word I say.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, second thing is happy Greek Orthodox Easter.
Thank you. It was different this year.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yes,
I can imagine. Anyway, just, on behalf of myself and all the other beloved people that love you very much and very dearly, we just want to tell you that we love you and we're behind you 100% and whatever you need, man.
All right. You know what I need? I need you to come. I want to put you back on camera. You have not been on camera in a while. There's lots of requests.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay,
or not.
Yeah, or not.
Or not. But they are. There's people that dig, we do like the stupid stuff when you're in town, when you're according to your schedule. And I think it'd be good. We're getting close. You haven't been around in a while,
my niece is expecting, so I'll be
what's that mean?
My niece is expecting.
Yeah, what's she expecting? I mean, I'm expecting a lot of stuff too, but I'm expecting you to show up and be on camera, I mean, I get requests, bring on the Pepsi.
I seriously doubt
yes.
But anyway, I will be out there soon.
All right, stupidity at its best.
Exactly, man.
Yes.
Stupidity, the epitome of stupidity.
You are correct, sir.
Yes. Anyway, I thought I had to reach out, man, and tell you, man, I love you,
Thank you.
and man, happy Easter. I'm so very sorry for your loss, and man, grieve in your own process. There are a lot of people, and very famous and influential people. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
They're behind you. And your people on the show don't know who I'm talking about, but you and I do. So anyway, I love you, brother, man.
Thank you.
And have a great Easter.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Pepsi. We look forward to when you come back in town and grace us with your presence and your sobriety less self. But believe me when I tell you, I enjoy when you come in and visit with us because it leads to a unadulterated event of who knows what the hell happens.
Well, I don't drink anymore, right?
God.
I don't drink any left either.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, he just hung up on me. Son of a bitch. The infamous Pepsi. I don't know if any of you have caught any episodes with him, but quite the handsome devil he is. And I've done some live in the car things with him, and we go way back, and I love him to death. And he's my Ed McMahon, if that makes any sense to any of you youngsters. But all right, so let me get back on track because I took that call because I didn't expect to hear from him. Usually he's in bed by now. Here's the deal. Where am I? I want to thank all of you for just being there. It's my 3 million or 3. There's a little bit of number discrepancy in there, but my hardcore fans, hit the share button, hit the watch party. Every Sunday night we're here. I'm going to be here like clockwork. This is the craziest scheme. Everybody looked at me and goes, like, why are you doing it this way? And I do it this way because I truly believe that Facebook people are the real people. And I know it's late in some parts of the country. It's only like 8:45 here on the West Coast, and it's 11:45 on the East Coast. But if you want to watch something, I know you will. And it regurgitates through Facebook, and you can see it, and it gets uploaded to YouTube. But while you're watching it, you can hit the share button. And when you hit that share button, you can just hit the watch party, and it goes to people that you might be helping, and you have no idea that you're helping. So please. Second, first of all, I got delayed through Pepsi. I had to take that call because Lord knows if I didn't take it, things would go wrong. I could not do this if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy. They believed in me, okay? Bolt Energy, new guys on the block, but good new guys on the block. Good, clean energy drink. It's not a 49 million ounce can. It's kind of like it's smaller can. It has stuff to get your ass in gear, but it doesn't have a whole lot of crap in it too. No preservatives. I guess that's a big deal. I think it's a big deal. We hear no preservatives. That's good. Cleaner, enriched with vitamins and antioxidants. And here's the thing. And it doesn't taste like shit. Okay? Just being honest. And I'm going to pop it open because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And I say that a million times, and I'll say it again. But I believe. They believe in me. I believe in them. They had the balls enough to come and say, Peter, here we are. Let's do this together. And I'm going to do it together. So salute. Okay? Happy Easter, my Orthodox Greeks or Russians or Armenians. Everybody's got something going on, okay? Even Passover, it's still, yesterday, they were still, everybody has to observe in their own ways. And if you got some kind of faith in you, you need to have, let me put it to you this way. You don't have to believe in nothing, okay? You can just say that when you die, you go and you become worm food, whatever. But what does it hurt if you have some kind of faith? And I think it gives you some sort of accountability, okay, as a human being. But whatever. What the hell do I know, right? Here we go. I've been waiting all day to this. See, I specifically do not drink this until I get here because I enjoy it. I do. It's and it's been a long-ass day. It's been a long-ass week. I work my ass off in many different ways, which we'll go into details later. But either way, tonight's focus. Oh, real quick. Say again. They keep telling me missing the point here. Last week we interviewed the Easter Bunny. We lightened it up a little bit because I got to admit it was heavy. I've talked about the passing of my father, but that's what I do. It's like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's like a comedian club. There's a million comedians, and I like jokes, but I talked about the serious stuff that really drags you, that is hard to deal with, and I'm here to help you talk about things that are hard to deal with because they're hard to deal with. The things that nobody wants to talk about, they go, oh, fuck, I don't want to talk about that stuff. It's too hard. Be a man, be a woman. We're all adults. I hate being an adult, but I'm an adult. And I do what I have to do when I have to do it. You know what I mean? I love to make fun and jokes of things and all that. That's it. And again, I cannot read. There's too many screens going on with all your texts. But I hope if you think anything about what the hell I'm doing that you're sharing this. I need you to share this. I spoke to somebody on the phone. I called a friend of a friend who is kind of close to me. I mean, we're close, but we're not close. And I called her and I said, I just wanted to call and thank you for. She sent me a card for my father passing. And a few other things. And she sends me comments and this and that. And she goes, I love your show. She says, but it's kind of late at night and it's kind of, because she's on the East Coast. And she says, but I watch it afterwards. And that's all I mean. I love your show. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just talking about some things that people just don't. I don't get it. We can sugarcoat everything and we can, bullshit each other and make like life is okay, but life's kind of tough. It's got its ups and downs. I mean, that's what life is all about. It defines you as a person. So, that's what I want to talk about tonight. Tonight is going to be a specific topic, but for right now, Bolt Energy is what enables me to be here in an undisclosed location in Burbank, California. Bolt Energy. Go ask for it in stores. It's not easy. You may not find it, but if you keep asking for it, go online. Hey! I see people saying, hey, Peter. I can't see it all, though, because there's 6 screens in front of me. Well, there's 3 here, and there's 3 on bottom. And ask for it, and eventually ask for it, and it will come. That's all I can say. There's a ton of energy drinks out there, but these guys are workout fanatics, and they love what they do, and I'm very proud of them, and I'm thankful for them for allowing me to help me be here, because it's not easy. All this shit costs money, and this is even a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to me. In TV land, it's not. But we're here because we're doing it in the most screwed up kind of way you can imagine. But I'm going to prove a point. I'm going to prove a point that we're going to build this sucker through ways unimaginable. And I don't even want to get on my Instagram rant, but I probably will. First of all, one more sip, and then we're going to get down to business. Love it. It's tasty. You know what I mean? It's like you don't mind drinking it. I don't want to guzzle it, but you just drink a can and get your ass in gear. I've been thinking about this over and over, and I've mentioned it before, and I'll mention it again. But, the thing is, what is happiness, okay? Happiness. There's people, and I'm not going to define race or religions and all that kind of stuff, but you know what? I've always said this for years. You have a Hispanic family in L.A., because L.A. is so fucking expensive to live in, and I'm starting to use harsh language because it's true. But you have a Hispanic family that's got 5 kids. They live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and they're happy. They're happy. They're like, they love each other. The husband works. The mother raises the kids, or she kind of works. It's a hustle. Every day is a hustle. But they're happy. You know what I mean? They don't have, like, the greatest and latest shit in their life. They don't have all the best stuff. Their clothes are handed down, but they're happy. And it's like, here we are chasing ourselves, because believe me, I live in an area, not so much, how do you want to call it, self, words at the top of my head, but I can't think of it right now. That's great, Peter. I'm not going to call it a senior moment, but maybe I will. Self-entitlement, okay? I do a lot of work in an area that I feel there's so much self-entitlement. This friggin' area. L.A., Hollywood. there's some very, very cool people, even when they're rich. But there's some very, very asshole-ish people that are very, very rich. They're just shitheads. But you know what I mean? But they're miserable. They make a lot of money. They have a lot of money, but it's always keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up. It's like, who cares? You get to a certain point. I mean, I get it. Who wants nice stuff? But I can care less. Honestly, been there, done that. I've never been rich. I've been pretty good. I've gone backwards. I've eaten shit, and I feel like I'm treading uphill like a salmon. Okay, but the bottom line is, I mean, what is it that makes you happy? I mean, or how is it? Do you feel like you're just working to live, or you're living to work? I don't know, but that's what I want to open up, and I need somebody to call in and tell me what they're feeling. The biggest problem I have with this show is when I decide to do a call-in show at 818-259-7983 is to get somebody to call in and open up. This is going to get better, and it does once in a while. You know, we get people, but don't make me talk this whole show. That's all I'm asking you. I mean, last week we had the Easter Bunny on the show, and it was an Easter Bunny joke-off. And I do mean joke-off. It was one pathetic Easter Bunny Easter joke after another. I enjoyed it. It was kind of fun. And after... Yeah, the crap was that when they were editing this stuff and they were giving because all through the week there's like 1 minute clips on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. As shitty, as pathetic as the jokes were, they were funny. They got funnier because they were so pathetic that they were even funnier. But I enjoyed it. So I'm just asking you guys is just make the best out of your life. I want to hear from you now. 818-259-7983. First things first, I need a second because I want to do a watch party. I want to share this stuff with you guys because I'm proud of what I do, regardless of how shy you are. I think it's very important that we do this. So hang on a second. Hold on. Bear with me. I hope you're sharing. Again, if you guys are kind enough to watch the show, I'm asking you to just hit your share button because it's spreading, and there's a silent majority, and that's the biggest word I use nowadays is the silent majority, because nobody is. I mean, everyone, and again, if it takes a glass of wine for you to call in, just call in and tell me what you're feeling. It's not that hard, but we're just people. There's nothing you can say that is good or bad. It's just life, and I'm asking if you would just share some of your thoughts with everybody else, because you have no idea how much. There we go. How much you could be helping people by just sharing your thoughts. And it's just share now, and start a watch. There we go. So that's there. Start a watch party, because I know it doesn't sound feasible, but there's people that don't say anything that are drowning within their own thoughts. And this is what I've thought. This is my theory. And I know it's true because they actually come and they text me privately. Because the thing about Facebook is you can text me, you can IM me, you can instant messengers. Yeah, and they come out of the woodwork and they go, you know what? I really thank you for you said this or this and this. And I'm going, where the hell are you? And who the hell are you? And why haven't you talked to me before? It's a big deal to me. It's a huge deal to me because I intend to take this and grow it into a much bigger beast, a beneficial beast. This is the most bare bones, minimal way I can do this, okay? And do it, but my heart and my thoughts and perception and conception is real. But it's all about you guys. I wanted to connect with you guys. I was starting to do shows back in the past, as you know, about surviving divorce and single parenting. And I still do. But the big deal is that it's more important to me to hear what you're thinking, too, to share your thoughts. Because I promise you that your thoughts are a lot of the same people's thoughts. And they're going, yeah, I can relate. Okay? I can relate. And let me tell you, with all this publicity about mental health and this and that and suicide, and you have no idea what one person is going through. It may not be that big of a deal to you, but it's detrimental to somebody else. And it could be the difference between life and death. And I know it is. And they have families and they have people and children that they love and children that look up to them. But at that point, in their frame of mind, there's a lot of things that go wrong. And, as much as we try to bring awareness to mental health and all these, you only hear about the movie stars or the musicians and actors and the Anthony Bourdains and all this kind of stuff. Who knew? I mean, you know what I mean? Believe me, I get it. I mean, there's just times in your life where you just want to just say, fuck it. But life, to me, is worth living. I mean, I don't know. As much as I complain, and I do that to let off steam, but you need to do the same. You're just people. At the end of the day, however many zeros you have at the end of your paycheck or whatever, and you're worrying about your van breaking down and this and that, and everybody's got problems. I mean, I got them too. I do. I go home frustrated a lot. But I'm willing to talk about it as an example, and I lead by example because I truly believe in this. So I'm asking you guys to watch every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific. You're talking to me to miss me. 10:30 on the Central Time and 11:30 on the East Coast. And if you miss it, you can watch it as it regurgitates through Facebook, okay? It will play back through the week. And they cut out lots of clips for and little pieces. And it goes up to YouTube. Let me go this way. YouTube. Everything goes on YouTube. And there's how many guys? Over 100. There's probably over 100 pieces of information, interviews. Some of them are 5 minutes long, me giving you an example of something. Some of them are 45 minutes long. That's why I'm not going to be a YouTube sensation. I don't jump off a friggin' building. I don't do something to catch you. I'm not going to go viral. I am convinced there's nothing in this that is going to go viral. But is it essential? I truly believe it is. I just do. I believe that everything we talk about is very important. And as an adult, now, if you're 13, doesn't mean shit to you, okay? I'm not out there for 13-year-olds. But again, I want to see that you guys are cool enough to sit there and tell me that, you know what, I shared your stuff. I like your stuff. I want feedback because these TV people are watching me and they're just sitting back and they're watching me and they ain't saying shit, but they're watching me, and I got news for them. I'm not going away. And if I just need one. I need one to take the chance and put together something that we're going to take to another level to be of worth of something for you and entertaining. Believe me, I'm all about the jokes, but it's harder when I'm talking by myself to make jokes. That's why, like, when Pepsi comes in town, it's all about the jokes. We take a serious conversation, but we find funny in it because, Pepsi, the debonair being that he is, there's always something to talk about, and he just sits there, and I'll start the conversation, but, between the back and forth, and that's what I need. I need the back and forth. I want to know what the hell is going on with you. Now, I have elevator music. I haven't used it in weeks. Excuse me. I want to take another sip. You know why? Because I'm freaking doing all the talking. 818-259-7983. I'm letting you call this phone. I can't take that many calls. It's only an hour show. Unless I go longer, I can do whatever the hell I want. But 818-259-7983. You can call me and tell me you love me. You can call me and tell me, hi, Peter, I'm listening, watching. You can call me and say, Peter, I think you suck. And tell me why, though. Okay? I'm listening. But first, I'm going to take a sip. I look forward to this. I really do. We were doing a lot more. Well, it's not that we were doing a lot more. The Peter G. Show, Surviving Divorce and Single Parenting, was a lot more complicated. It was multi-camera. It was pre-recorded interviews with people, which required a lot more time. It was like a long day. This, I can get in and out within 4 hours, as opposed to a 10 or 11 hour day to do one show. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it because I really think there's something there. I know it's late at night. I know that it's hard because people have to work and all that. But believe me, I'm not even scratching the surface yet. There's so much more to be done here. I mean, there just is. But that's the way it goes, and that's okay. Here we go. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. From Sydney, man. April Smith, I love you, girl. I'm just seeing that. She's in Sydney, Australia. There's people. I got people in the Philippines. I got people, but my American Canadian market is very important to me. I mean, she's American, but she just happens to be in Sydney. And let me just share one more thing real quick. Share now. And but the bottom line is I need you guys. I mean, you're taking times out of your life to watch me, little old me. I mean, there's a million channels on TV. There's Facebooks. You can just be scrolling. And, this is going to be good. Whatever. I don't care. I'm getting ready to bitch because nobody's calling, all right? So I have to fill the space again. It's tough, but I will fill this space. 818-259-7983. Please spare me to start ranting. But I'm going to rant because the phone has not rang. I was hoping it would ring, but it hasn't. And Instagram. Instagram is associated with Facebook. I like Instagram. I understand Instagram, but I don't understand Instagram. Instagram is set up to be the most kiss ass. I'll kiss your ass if you kiss my ass. And there's these algorithm programs that you pay money for to be on to build your Instagram. It's all false data, and I hate it. I like Instagram because I like some of the people that are on Instagram, but if you don't give a shit about me, stop liking me every day. There's like 20 likes that go onto my page, and then all of a sudden 25 go away. There's I don't know how it works. I don't even care. But it's like I just like where's the real people? I do have the real solid ones, but I can't grow. I'm having the hardest time growing on Instagram because it's such bullshit. It really is. The example yesterday, some music Instagrammer says, "Man, you have the most. Your stuff is really good. Your music is awesome." So it was some fake, like, cut and paste in some kind of program telling me how good my stuff is and my music is awesome. And I just wanted to answer him back, but I'm not. And say, I don't do music, bro. Hang on. Hi, Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
That's my name.
This is George.
Had a girl and couldn't keep her. Who's this?
Well, I'm Georgie Porgy, Puddin' Pie, kissed the boys and made them die.
Oh, made them die. That's deep.
I made them die.
Oof. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. Thank you for having the bravery to call. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
I just wanted to call and say hello.
That's good.
I'm watching with my cousin. Watching with my cousin, Georgia.
Okay. And you didn't hang up yet.
Georges.
So, yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to hang up. And then my cousin's watching Georgia.
Uh-huh.
So both of us are watching you.
That's good.
From your hometown.
I listen.
Okay.
I talk about Pensacola a lot. I love Pensacola. I'll be doing a show from there on Mother's Day. I'll be back in Pensacola because I have to show up for my father's 40th day memorial.
Yeah.
And we will do the show from Pensacola, and that's the way it goes, but I will be there. I love Pensacola. I'll always be back and forth to Pensacola. And I love my friends in Pensacola because, again, relationships are a big deal. Well, I do, and I love you too. And just the fact that you had – most people are too scared to call. This is the craziest thing. I don't get it. But, I just tell them, get loaded and call me.
Okay. Well, I wanted to call and say hello, and maybe I'm challenging my cousin Georgia to call you next.
Okay. Are we going to start doing challenges? It's not that hard, really. It's pretty simple.
It is. It is.
But
yeah, let's see if Georgia gives you a call. I wanted to encourage her from my end.
that's cool. Is everything going good with you?
Yes, thank God. Everything's wonderful.
Okay, look,
Very good.
I look forward. I hope I see you on Mother's Day. Believe me, I'm gonna
Yes.
hit the ground at 9:00 in the morning, flying all night, and I hope to be in church by 10:15.
Oh, make it 11:45.
I need to be there. Okay.
Hey, you're always on time when you arrive. Doesn't matter what time you get there,
That is
as
true.
long as you get there.
But
right?
I just need to get
That's
there.
how I live
Again,
by.
the last thing I want to do is be late for this, and again, just for the sake of my father, because he took this whole stuff so seriously, and I'm doing it for him. But
That's
hope
true.
I hope,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just want to be
That's
there,
true.
and I hope I get to give you a hug. And because again, every time I show up, it's very few people. The most people I've seen is through funerals, and it really sucks that it takes funerals to see people. But that's life, you know. Everybody's busy.
Well,
Yeah.
but when things like that happen, people support you.
The true, and I'm very
You know,
blessed.
You might not see them all the time. You
Right.
might not see them all the time.
Right, you're correct.
But they're there to support you.
If
So
you
that's
you're right. I mean, I felt I'm not like anything special, but I've lived a fairly decent life, and I do appreciate and love most of the people in my life, and I'm very thankful. And they did. They came out of the woodwork, and it blew me away. It really deeply affected me. I mean, that people took the time, because everybody's busy. Life's a hustle. But it was
I
it
understand.
was a wonderful, sad, wonderful experience. But it could I'm very thankful, and including you.
I do understand. I felt the same way when my dad passed away, and people came, and
Yeah,
it was very comforting.
yeah.
God put the right people in the right place at the right time.
I guess so.
And He does for everyone.
Again,
He does.
I'm very thankful, and I again, but in
Yes.
2 more weeks, I will be in and out and back and forth many times. But that place, I do call home, and I talk about it a lot, and I will always, I'll be bi-coastal to the day I die. But hopefully that's a long time from now.
Yes,
Okay.
of course. Well, I just wanted to say hello,
Thank you.
and I hope that I hope Georgia gives you a call.
All right, and again,
Okay.
I appreciate
Let's
you.
see what happens.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling, but I hope
Thank
you're
you.
sharing.
Nice talking to you.
Share.
Thank you.
I love you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Love you too.
Bye.
You have a wonderful evening. I'll be watching. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey. Does it take a friend to call? I mean, we're friends, but I see him the thing is history. History dictates a lot. You know what? They learned how to fight wars through history and things like that. But if you have somewhat of a life that you do, that you're not, you're pretty good with people, it all kind of comes back to you. And that's what we were just talking about. My life, I mean, I was busy. I ran around. I was in the music industry. I was in bands, playing. People come out to see you. You treat people decently. I knew a lot of people. Still do. I know a ton of people. And every continent. But right now, my life shifted. A few years ago, it shifted from music into this. I firmly believe in what I'm doing into this. And that's a big deal to me. But again, 818-259-7983, another quiet night. Some nights it's just like things just blow up, and I get it. I totally get it. But I don't need many calls. I just need a few to make things go on. It's 9:09, and you guys, we got a few, we got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes left. I can go to till midnight. Doesn't matter. But it helps when we talk about this. Again, the topic I was hoping for was, and where is it? Is life to you just like that you're running your ass off, or just to maintain some kind of status and you're killing yourself, or how? I mean, what do you define happiness? And if I don't get anybody I'll keep on doing. I'll run this shit to the ground because I know it's a big deal. I just got to get somebody who wants to talk about it, who's willing to not just sit and watch me and think about it, but it's a big deal. I'm not materialistic. We all like nice things, okay? L.A. is very L.A. But if you're... How do I put this? We all like nice things. But It's a pain in the ass over here. It really is. It really, really is. I don't give a shit. You know, I can pull up in a 1992 Honda, and if you think that friggin' 1992 Honda is going to define me, sometimes I think it's better that I do something like that to figure out who the hell you think I am, and that way I find out who you are. Because, around the corner can be the friggin', 2019 G-Wagon, whatever. It doesn't matter. Cars don't make you. Houses don't make you. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. You're an asshole with a nice house. Who wants to be around an asshole? But there are plenty of very nice, gracious people and beautiful people with money, but there's a lot of miserable people with money too. And there's a lot of people who are working their asses off just to try to pay their bills, and they're living. I know there's people that are living beyond their means because they want the nice stuff, and that's another thing. You're driving yourself crazy just trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's like, who the fuck are the Joneses? And who cares what they think? I've been listening to, Gary V. There's a guy named Gary V. Wait. I'm getting a lot of this Florida shit, and I'm loving it, too, okay? Please stand by. Hi, you're on with Life, Peter G. Who's this?
Hi, Peter. This is the other Georgia.
I'm getting Georgia after Georgia.
I heard I had a challenge.
If you want to call it a challenge, I would just think that you'd want to call.
That's what she called it, I guess.
That's cool. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Talking about what makes you happy in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think years back, life used to be a rat race for me.
Yeah.
And I think as you mature,
yeah,
you learn different things. You become much wiser. And with me, what makes me happy is my family,
mm-hmm.
my friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're really good friends, the people you know that you grew up with, and the people that stand by you through thick, thin, or whatever.
Sure.
My animals, my pets, just life, what God gave us.
Right.
We have so much, so much. I think, I think it was about a month ago, I hurt my shoulder,
mm-hmm.
and it was inoperable. And it was literally paralyzed, and I did not know what it was, and I didn't want to go to the doctor, and I thought, well, I'll just wait a while, and everything will come back to normal again, which it didn't. And
right.
You really stop and you think, when you're not able to, I think we take everything for granted, that we have two eyes, two legs, we're we just keep going and going and going, and then when you don't have one, or something happens, that's when you stop and think how grateful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That other people, we just take things for granted. So when you have all these things, just the simple things in life,
mm-hmm.
can really make your heart beat and make you really strong and happy if you just enjoy them.
You forget. We forget. We get so caught up in trying to keep up with things. Now, refresh my memory. I haven't seen you in a long time, correct?
Very long time,
okay.
Yes.
But you did live in California for a while, from what I remember. Is that
no,
true? No,
I didn't. You're
brother?
thinking of Georgine.
Oh.
My cousin, my other cousin.
There's too many Georgines. Okay, give me a...
Well, that's because that's a very typical Greek name.
Okay. It's Greek Night.
Yeah.
Welcome to Greek Night, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Yeah, welcome to Greek Night.
I can't get... there's again, it's... Okay, I apologize.
But yes, I did meet you a very long time ago when you were playing
right.
in the band.
Right.
Yes. And I'm a good friend of Jackie Davis.
Okay.
Do you remember Jackie?
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time, too. I haven't seen a lot of people in a long time, but they're
and
all online.
She was married to Greg Shepard at one time.
I totally, believe me, I remember all that stuff. It's just that,
yeah.
Thank God. Look, this is why I'm doing Facebook, because Facebook is a very united way. That people go, they looked at me and they go, why Facebook? I go, why not? They're all there. You're here.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because the younger kid, the kids these days, they're going, Facebook, it's old shit. It's like, you got to get through so many years in life to get to this point in your life to talk about this stuff. I don't want to preach to 13-year-olds. My daughter doesn't get this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You're exactly right.
So
That's why I said when you're younger, you just don't get it.
Yeah,
and
bulletproof.
a lot of younger people, not, in the teens and whatnot, but as they're getting older, I mean, they're starting to get it. But you have to go through the ups and downs and bumps and to get the wiseness out of life.
If you survive
it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, a lot of this stuff can just beat the shit out of you, and some people can't. That's why I'm saying that. There's a lot of people have nobody to talk to, and it's like, and I figure little by little they said, Peter, you want to do this? This is not going to be easy. And I go, I accept the challenge. It's okay. Little by little, somebody's going to open up and start calling and start telling stuff that is not pioneering. It's just life, and we'll talk about it. And you need to vent, to let it out so you can move forward.
And I want to thank you for this show, because I think you're doing a great job, and I think that people will listen a lot and maybe not call in right away, but as long as you're still doing it, they're going to break down and call one day, because everybody's got something. I mean, we all got hurt and pain.
We do.
And, maybe if it's talking over the phone and somebody doesn't want to, show their face, whatever, it's good to let it out. And what you're doing is great, and I want to thank you for it.
Well, I thank you for having the guts enough to call me. You're in Pensacola, right?
I'm in Pensacola.
Do me a favor. Mother's
Yes.
Day, just go to church to give me a hug.
I will do that.
That's all I ask. Because
you're coming next Sunday?
No, Mother's Day. That's 2 weeks
Mother's
from now.
Day.
Yeah. Here's the
Okay.
reason why. Because I would fly in on Mother's Day. I would fly in on Father's Day. I would fly in, and we'd be there for the summer. We spend a lot of time in the summer there. And the only time I could see some of the older people, the people that have been essential in my life, which they're all dying off now. But I go to church, and I'm not the biggest church goer. I mean, my beliefs are strong, but life is just busy. I mean, I'm not like my father's generation, But the thing is, I go to church hoping to see a few faces, and you just don't. And it is what it is, because we're all busy doing what we're doing. But that one hug, that one, like, okay, I've seen you, and it makes a big difference. And because I don't play in bars and clubs anymore. That was the deal. You know what I mean? We'd all be out and partying. It's like, hey, how you doing? But we're all busy with children or this and that, and it's hard. And when I do get in town, there's only one of me, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of you guys, and I can't be at all these places at once. But it does mean a lot to me, and so if you have the time, that's all. Because you just did a monumental phone call that I deeply appreciate, because I am not. You see it; it's quiet. I'm sitting here having to run the show.
Well, hopefully some more people will be calling you.
It's okay. It will in time. And sometimes I never know what I'm going to get. And we have had calls. I don't need that many calls per night. It's only an hour show. That's what I was just saying. It's like, God, someday, how do you? It's a long story. But the thing is,
well, the good thing is, and I really do like this part about it, is I did miss you last Sunday, but I was able to go back, and watch the show.
Yes.
Because that I really enjoy, because I don't like missing it, and I'm still able to put a comment up there also.
And you can still share that show by sharing it. And again, you just don't know. I know this for a fact, because it's the weirdest thing with me with these people. In fact, there's a Greek that lives about 30 miles away from me, and we've never met, but he's a true blue Greek, and he constantly keeps watching. The minute I put something out there, he reacts to it, and he watches, but he's quiet. He will not come on, and that's okay. But he truly says, I dig what you're doing, and I don't care if you don't come on. I just want you to share, because apparently I'm doing something for him just by being us. And I want to just keep moving things forward, because one way or another, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So I'll do this. I committed to this. I didn't know when I was going to do this show weekly. There is no perfect timing to do the show, whether I do it in the daytime or nighttime. But I just thought I want to wind down with you on a Sunday night. And if it's too late for you while you're sitting in bed watching on your tablet or your phone or whatever, then watch it in the morning, and just make sure you share it and pass it on. That's all.
Great.
Who the hell am I?
Okay, well, I will see you on Mother's Day.
That's a deal.
Okay.
I love you for
have a
calling.
good evening.
Thank you.
All right.
I love
Bye-bye.
you. Goodbye.
Love you too.
I got a lot of people that have been in and out of my life through the years. I mean, a lot of people, and I don't see them. A lot of people. I've been in the entertainment industry my whole freaking life. I was a paper boy when I was 12. Okay, that was my first real job. After that, it was music. I was in bands. You get to meet a lot of people. And the thing about it was I actually gave a shit, because if it wasn't for the fans, there was no purpose for playing the music. They would not come out and see you. But I was also fortunate that I was a pretty decent musician. I'm not the best of the best, but I'm pretty friggin' good. There's something, I don't know, as a drummer, your personality kind of comes out in your playing, because, and I know it, and I'm not this guy that's like, oh, I'm so friggin' good. I'm not. There's guys that just blow my mind, but there's a little spark because of my personality, good or bad, that just gives that little bit of energy that, like, it's that extra little horsepower that gave to the band. And I'm into horsepower. I love feel. Feel is everything. Feel is about love. Feel is about hate. Feel is about life. And I dig it. And that's why I enjoyed playing drums so much, because that was like the backbone. It's like, if you have some other good musicians and you start throwing down and you're solid behind everything, everything is grooving. And it's all about groove. And that's life. 818-259-7983. Who's got the balls to call me and tell me what life is all about? Are you chasing your tail, or are you, just trying to keep up with the Joneses, or are you just happy, content working a job at Walmart? And I made jokes about a Walmart greeter that I might have to get a job. And I just recently went to my local Walmart, and I'm telling you, this Walmart greeter guy, he's been there for years, and he's good, and he's sincere. I mean, I don't think the elevator goes all the way up, but he is so solid, and I look him dead in the eye every time I go in there, and I kind of fuck with him in a good way, but he's dead serious. I mean, he looks, and I look at him, and he's like, hello, and thank you for shopping at Walmart, and he's got this little scanner, and he's like, thank you so much. I'm going, thank you so much, and I really do mean it. I really do, because you know what? The man's got his heart and soul into that job. Everybody should be so fortunate to give a shit about what they do. I mean, there's time. I mean, I kill myself. I'm just trying to make things go. And now that, things have changed and I've become an official adult because I've lost both my parents, the word orphan was brought up to me a couple of years ago in an interview with Steve, the infamous Steve Lukather. But that word never left my head, and now it really hits home. And as I mentioned the word orphan, I mean, it's not a bad word, because, we weren't abandoned or anything like that. I think I'm very fortunate. I was 57 years old. Now I managed to have my father till now, and my mother till a few years ago, and but there's still this emptiness, because no matter, even though as old as they were, and even though the roles have reversed, and I was taking kind of care of them, it's still your mother and father. And if you have any kind of love in your heart and things like that, that means a lot. 818-259-7983, and they're looking at me going, okay, Peter, nobody wants to call. Oh, Peter. I had to have 2 calls from Pensacola, 2 Georgias. But that's okay. I'm always prepared for this. I have elevator music, and I'm not going to use it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You TV people, because I do get a lot of them. TV people on my LinkedIn network, there's a ton of them looking at me. And they're going, why bank on me? Good question. Number 1, I can carry the ball, and I got this, okay? This is flying by the seat of my pants. This is like the most winging it every Sunday night. I don't have 100 people working for me mapping everything out, and I do it. And I'll do it every friggin' week because I'm committed, okay? So you ask me why? It's because I love what I do, okay? This is who I am. But still, why? Because I'm real. I'm real with you. I'm real with me. I tell you about me because I'm not ashamed nor proud. It's just life, okay? We all go through the same stuff, whether I have $100,000 in my bank account or I have $10 in my bank account. It's just life, and it's real, and I'm not afraid to talk about it, okay? I'm friggin' as real can be. So there's my point. I'm not going away. I'm going to be with somebody. Sign me up. Let's take this to another level. Okay, there's a gazillion channels you guys got, and there's nothing on them. Hi, my name is Peter G., and I'm not going away, all right? Because I love life too much, and I love what you guys are. And I know there's people out there that want to talk to me. You're just shy, or it's late at night. It's Sunday night. Sunday night has its pros and cons. It really does. Sunday night, got to get up and go to work. I had a long weekend, all this stuff, okay? But what are you sorry for, April? I can't read it. I got 6 screens, but I see that. Peter, thank you. Sorry for my loss. Thank you, baby. Look, I'm very lucky. I got to be this old and still have a father. October will be 3 years my mother passed away, and I don't want to harp on this stuff. I really don't, but it's just reality. We all had parents. We all have parents. The recent past few weeks, there was a lot of people that ironically, that lost a parent while I was losing one too in my closer circle. I mean, I have a lot of people on Facebook that I don't even know, but through Facebook, we feel like we know each other. That's my point. It's like we're all in this together. It's just life. And that's why I decided to make this show, other than surviving divorce and single parenting. I said, I want to do a live show where anybody can freaking call me. Call me. I got a number right there. Right there. 818-259-7983. But we're going to wrap it up soon because they're telling me that we have how many more minutes? We don't have a whole lot of time. But you can call me every Sunday night and talk about stuff that's just, it's just stuff. And there's a couple of experiments I want to do because this Facebook Live thing, nobody does this consistently. They all like sporadically do something, but every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 on the East Coast, I'm doing this. But I keep seeing this stuff, and they keep looking at me going, "What?" And we can't do it unless we do it. It says, bring so-and-so on camera. I think we can do picture-on-picture. If you guys got the balls, I think I can hit one of the monitors and with the camera and bring you on, and you could be seen. It's almost like Instant Messenger, I guess. I've never done it before. But if you think you want to do it, just you text and say, hey, put me on camera. Put me in the mix. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I'm not worried about if you didn't see me right now. I'm worried about what I want you to do is I want you to share this stuff. Again, the watch party is very big. There's people that have been like in my corner for the past several years, and you're my diehard, solid core fans, and I love you more than anything, and I appreciate you because it takes that. And I promise not to disappoint. But if you're watching me, you need to hit the share button on your Facebook, and then it says start a watch party, and hit that. Even if you're watching this after the fact when it's not live, because what you're saying is you're watching me because you believe enough to watch in me, and you're sharing it with people in your group, your Facebook friends, and maybe somebody will actually give a shit and want to watch that too at a later date or even now live because they're wondering why you're watching me. It's like, well, why are you watching me? Why is April watching me? Why is Debbie watching me? Why is Steven watching me? And there's a reason why. At least I hope so. And I want your comments too, okay? If there's something you want me to talk about, I want you to tell me about it because I can't think of everything, although I try. My mind, that's the problem they have with my small chosen few over here that are silently looking at me through the glass. But this is a small room. I want to get bigger. I want to do bigger things. I want to bring guests on and things like that. It's only an hour, but the problem we had was in the past was I had such big ideas it took too long to get to them and not enough money. And they said, Peter, you got to crawl before you can walk. I've been crawling. And I'll still crawl. I got calluses on my friggin' knees. And I will crawl, and I will walk, and I will go to your hometowns, and I will interview. I'll do whatever it takes, providing I know that you're supporting. Okay? You have to let me know you're there. You have to let me know so these people, the people who with the numbers, you got the bean counters going, well, we don't know, we don't seem to have enough of a blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. I know you're all there. I know you're all there. It's just we do it in such a fucked up kind of way. I'm starting to use harsh language again. I'm doing it in a way that it's hard to keep count because there's spider webs. It's like if you hit the share and the watch party, I can't keep track of all your people because you might have my sponsors send me screenshots of hundreds or thousands of people watching from their end. And that's the whole thing. But yet, one of my screens says there's 10 people watching. The other screen says there's 47 people watching. Okay? But that's the thing. When you're sharing, it goes out to way more. And then as the week goes by, in regurgitation, it's all there. And we are running out of time. It is 9:30, and they're giving me the time to go. I don't expect miracles. I really don't. Because if this was so easy, then everybody would do it. And I challenge anybody who's got the balls enough to do it. Good luck. Okay? I'm driven by passion. Believe me, it's so hard sometimes on Sunday. I want to go do things with my daughter, or I'm doing, and it's like, Daddy's got to go do his show. And she looks at me and she's very understanding, but I'm doing this for her in the long run because this is who I am. And if you believe in who I am, you'll help me help you, okay? I sincerely mean that. So I thank you all. It's getting late. It's 9:30 Pacific time, 11:30 on the East Coast. Next Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, I am going to have Jose, I think, on the phone, and we're going to talk to Jose about Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be a lighthearted show. And it's true to be something to go down in the books again, just like the Easter Bunny did when we had our Easter Bunny joke off. But again, we mix it up. We take the hardcore with the funny, and you get a nice balance. But until I get you people, consistently calling in, I'm going to do what we do, and to my best of my ability. I want to thank you all for paying attention. For those of you who are not watching live, again, please share. I hope you truly appreciate it. Let me know. I want to hear your comments. I don't care what you think of me. Well, actually, I do care what you think of me, but let me know what you think of me so I can figure out if you care or not. And again, I want to thank my sponsors, Bolt Energy. This is the last sip for me. Those guys give a shit about me, and I give a shit about them. Ask for it in stores. They're actually growing in other parts of the world bigger than the United States. The United States is a bitch. It's a bitch for being a musician in the United States. It's a bitch for doing and bringing products. But let me tell you something. If you keep asking for it in stores, Bolt Energy, they will ask for it and they will come. Las Vegas, Southern California, they're hitting it hard. Pensacola, we're trying to do it too because believe it or not, my sponsor has ties in Pensacola. I love Pensacola. The whole Gulf Coast area, Northwest Florida, is my fave. I am going to do a lot of things there, and especially if I grow, I'm going to bring it there. I'm going to bring it there because why wouldn't you? It's freaking beautiful over there, okay? That's it. From the Peter G. Show and my people at the Peter G. Show, I love you very much. We'll see you next Sunday night. Be there. Share it. Be proud. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Life is life, and that's just the way it goes. But let's do this again next week, all right? So until then, I love you very much, and thank you for everything. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, just give me a break a minute. Keep going like this. You're running out of time. The Instagram, screw it. Okay, whatever. I love you guys, all right? Just be a decent human being, and let's pick this up. And thank you for the few Georgias that called me. I hope you guys will take that as an example. All you got to do is call. It's really not that freaking hard, okay? Peace out. I love you.
Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G. Show.